Hi, Lori here with a quick video on how to do net present value in Excel. First of all, you'll see that I've got two projects laid out here. One is Lori's project, and it's a $60,000 initial investment. That's why it's in parentheses in red, and a variety of 4 different cash flows coming afterwards. Sean's project, we have to invest $84,000 for his project, and these are the cash flows that it will generate. The first step in determining net present value is to find the present value of each of the cash flows. For year 0, it's simply equal to the cash flow itself. For year 1, we're going to use our formula equals PV parenthesis, and our rate is 8%, which we enter as 0.08. Our number of periods is year 1, that's the year. We're not having any payments. This is so we got to put just hit, oops, put in a comma. Our payment is 0 because there are no annual payments. We're treating this as a future value problem. Our future value is the amount that we're going to get in year 1, and we simply put that in there, but we need to put it in as a negative because the formula here from Excel right here shows us that it wants it put in as a negative because it's in brackets. And we're then going to close our parenthesis right at the end of that formula. And now we've got a nice little formula that assumes 8%, and it's relative to the row that we're in for both the year or the number of periods and for the project cash flow, or in this case future value. So we can hit return, and that tells us that the present value of $26,000 received a year from now, assuming an 8% rate, is a little over $24,000. Because we made such a nice formula, we can just copy it down, and there we go. Those are our cash flows, the present value of the cash flows from Lori's project. Now to determine our net present value, we simply sum the column. So we take all of the positive cash flows and take out the initial outlay, and we get $79,658. The good news is it's a positive number. So that means this is a great project to do. If we have no constraints on how many projects we can do, we're certainly going to want to do this one. If we have constraints on how many projects we can do, then we're going to have to decide between Lori's project and Sean's project, and it's kind of hard to tell from these cash flows which one would be better. In this particular case, we're going to use net present value to make that determination. We're going to again pick up the present value of the cash of the initial outlay, which is a negative $84,000. Here we are going to use our formula equals present value, and our rate is 0.08. We put in a comma. Our number of periods is the year. Put in a comma. Our payment is 0, comma. Our future value is a negative sign, and we refer it to cell C14. We close our paren. We double check our formula, and yes, everything is relative to the row that we're in. That should work, and we should be able to copy that down for the other 3 cells. And here our net present value is going to be the sum of the entire column. We're going to use our auto sum feature and click return. $10,214. So although Sean's project came out a little stronger in the beginning with a $51,000 cash flow, in the end the net present value is lower. It's still positive, so if we have unlimited funds, we'll do both Sean's and Lori's projects, assuming they aren't mutually exclusive. But if we only have a limited amount of money, or we have to choose either Lori's or Sean's project because they're mutually exclusive, we're going to choose Lori's because it's got the higher net present value.